it doesn't work. Your son is going to a wrong direction, drugs, wal-iyadu billah, just other issues, nasty the videos or websites being checked, and you're telling me what I can do. It's just hard. It's not accepted. Allah will accept the action with heart from those who cannot do it with the other levels. And each will be based on his capability. With your friend, you can start with the tongue. If it will not work, you can use the heart. Dua, feeling bad for what's going on against the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But he cannot be an intimate friend. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the children of Israel, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did strike their hearts with one another. Their monks, their scholars used to come at night and they will see their people disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are gonna see, they are gonna command them with goodness, they are gonna forbid them from evil. They will do that part. And they are saying, we are done. The next day, they will see them doing the same exactly and they have not changed. They will say, fine, we have told them yesterday, and they are going to sit with them, play with them, eat with them, drink with them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did say, فَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ قُلُوبَ بَعْضِهِمْ بِبَعْضٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did strike their hearts with one another. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did reveal, لُعِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did punish the children of Israel. Their scholars, the way they used to deal with their people. In the morning they will find them the same way. Same situation of disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did reveal, لُعِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ على لسان داود وعيسى ابن مريم. For what? كانوا لا يتناهون عن منكر فعلوه. They were not advising one another, even what the scholars did. How you are going to see your son just like going in the wrong direction, your wife is going in the wrong direction, and the next day she is not listening and everything is the same, and you said, I have told her, and from the early morning we are smiling, we are chatting or talking to one another and everything is fine, like nothing has happened. Does it work? If somebody's gonna insult your father, if somebody's gonna insult Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, if somebody's gonna insult Allah, and the next day you've told him today, you should not do that. That's not good. The early morning he has been doing the same. And you're gonna tell me that the early morning you're gonna go and drink tea with him, and does it work? It doesn't make sense. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. That's the way we need to deal with the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we mentioned that earlier, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did order the angels to bring the punishment, they said, Ya Allah, there is a scholar, there is a righteous brother, there is a servant who has been praying, fasting and worshipping Allah in his place. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them, start with him. ابدأوا به فإنه لم يتمعر وجهه في قط. He didn't feel bad for what's going on outside his place. Naked woman, and people are insulting Aisha, and people are insulting the Sahaba, and people are insulting Allah, and people are accusing Allah by not that fair for giving the message to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he was not mindful. And Jibreel did deceive Allah. That is the way we are being tested. That is the way we are being tested. The way, alhamdulillah, we used to do it almost every year before starting, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even in the new syllabus. We have to stop. It might be later than what I was expecting. We used to make it just the first week after the end of Ramadan. And we used to have a session, and every time the title might be the same, but the bullets are different. Because every year Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending different tests. What's after Ramadan? Because we can know the situation of this ummah, which we can see the misery because of the answer to what's after Ramadan. Where are the number of people praying? Where is the Quran? Back to shelf? Starting the dust back? Where is the sadaqah? Where is the jihad? Where is feeling with others? Where is struggling to be in the first line? Does it make sense? It's sometimes it's just, we kept, I think how many sessions we had in Ramadan? 2, and I think 2 or 3. And the bulb, the core of the 3 of them, we have addressed many subjects, but the 3 of them were under what? Real Siyam. What's real Siyam? Is it true? We said Siyam, that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for what's called real Siyam. Because Allah will not call the believers and tell them go ahead and enter from the gate of Rayyan. Allah will call as-Sa'imeen. Isn't it by default that every believer should be from the Sa'imeen? Should, but that's not the case. That is the reason the hadith is saying, Allah will say, all those who are really fasting, stand up. Ya Allah, there are other believers. They say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, but they have nothing to do with the real Siyam. They didn't misunderstand the whole meaning of Siyam. Allah did not punish them by stopping eating and drinking and dealing with their wives. They didn't understand it was a camp. It was a school. Does it make, what is Taraweeh? Is it Fard or Nafila? Are you sure? What about Tahajjud? Fard or Nafila? Sure? Are you sure that Taraweeh is Nafila and Tahajjud is Nafila? How many used to see in Taraweeh and Tahajjud, and how many used to see in Isha? After Ramadan. Isn't it shameful? Isn't it true? We used to fight, adjusting the alarm. People are waking at 2 o'clock. They want to go to the Musalla al-Eid, to Sheikh Jabir, to here and there. They want to make dua, they want to cry. And the whole stuff is nafila. If he will make it at home, 2 rak'ahs, and he will do the same tears between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's okay. It's good for him to struggle for, which is good. But does it make sense if you made it for a nafila? For a nafila after Ramadan. For the Farida, you are not even there. In Fajr, you are not there. Does it make sense? That is the reason not everyone is being given the prize. Al-Ja'iza. Not everyone, the angels are coming in the day of Eid saying, here is your salary. That is the reason the Sahaba used to spend 6 months after Ramadan doing what? What we said? Asking Allah to accept the Ramadan. Because they are not even sure. And they are going to spend the 6 after the 6. Ya Allah, just help us to be amongst those who will be able to attend. The Sahaba, the generation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did tell them, I am happy with you guys, you are okay. You are the best generation with Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. Allah is happy with them and they are happy with Allah. What's more than that? And the generation after them, they have been doing the same. 6 months and 6 months. 6 months they have not stopped what they have been doing in Ramadan. Because they made it right. Ramadan is not to stop eating and drinking. Ramadan is to acquire what? That's it. That's it. Somebody should remind me with what was the simple definition that we have agreed on taqwa. Without even going into fiqh, without going into complicated books, we said what we have to say to one another. Allah is watching me. Simple. It's that simple. What we learned from the daughter of the milk seller. Simple. With no complication. Allah is watching me. And that's the definition of taqwa and ihsan. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. To worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you